Happy 2026. Welcome to tonight's high school OT featured games live from the campus of Grace Christian School here in Sanford. We have some NCISA basketball coming your way, and it is two of the association's top basketball programs, Grace Christian and the Burlington School. Evan Moesta here alongside J. Mike Blake. We welcome you into tonight's broadcast presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Visit one of Alpaca's 19 locations across North Carolina to experience their legendary flavor and their hometown pride. It's homecoming here in the Brick City, and the #1 ranked Crusaders girls team is preparing to tip off in just a few minutes. We will have the lineups and all of the action coming your way here on highschoolot.com.
Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth: teens bounce back fast and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week on highschoolot.com.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions, like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Welcome back here to the high school OT featured game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. We are live in Sanford, North Carolina, as top-ranked girls basketball team in the state of North Carolina is prepared to take the floor. That is the four-time state champion Grace Christian Crusaders. They have won 4 consecutive NCISA state championships, and they prepare tonight to take on the Burlington School. This Grace Christian team entering top-ranked in the state of North Carolina. It's been almost 3 years since they have lost a game in the state to an association team. They are 18-1 this season under first-year head coach Danielle Sullivan. Let's bring you tonight's lineup first for the visiting Burlington School. They're going to start Cameron Russell alongside Nariah Booth, Kennedy Harrelson, Jocelyn Tyler, and Zoe Reynolds. And here's the starting lineup for the Grace Christian Crusaders. So your Crusaders starting 5 is going to be Lola Venori alongside Olivia Luter, Cooper Cox, Kennedy Jackson, and KJ English. Get more to English later in this game. She is one of the top girls basketball players in the entire state of North Carolina, and she just had a great rendition of the national anthem prior to tip-off here at Grace. I'm joined alongside J. Mike Blake here, bringing you all of the action from Grace Christian. J. Mike, this is the premier girls basketball program in the state of North Carolina over the last half-decade. And even though the names have changed at times and a new face on the sideline, the winning remains the same for Grace Christian.
Yeah, and the classifications have changed. This 4-year run that they've had winning state titles started when they were a much smaller school. They were 1A, and then the school size grows. They changed classifications. They went 2 more in 2A. Last year they won in 3A. It doesn't really matter what classification you put them in because the talent, the starting 5 on the court is just so tough to keep up with for a 32-minute game.
Before we get this one started, Grace Christian honoring KJ English. Last Friday night she scored her 1,000th career point. So we're about to get this one underway here.
She's got 1,000 career points, and I tell you, 1,000 rebounds is probably not too far behind. As we'll see, she's a double-double machine.
So again, your starting lineups tonight, the top-ranked Grace Christian Crusaders, Venori Luter, Cox, Jackson, and English. The Burlington School runs out Russell, Booth, Harrelson, Tyler, and Reynolds. TBS, they're in the gray uniforms with the red numerals. The white trim and TBS across the chest. It'll be Grace Christian moving from right to left on your screen. They're in their home whites with the forest green numerals and the black trim Crusaders across the front here. You're tuned into the High School OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, and we are underway. Cooper Cox feeds English right away in the block, and she'll go to work. Left-hand layup, scoops it up and in. KJ English gets the scoring started for Grace Christian. 2-0 Crusaders right away.
Immediate full court press, immediate turnover. TBS and man-to-man here. Cameron Russell with a 3, no good. Brought down by KJ English. One-handed pass from Cooper Cox. Layup no good by Luter. This is Cameron Russell back with it for TBS.
7:02 left here, first quarter. Evan Moesta alongside J. Mike Blake. A quick 2-0 lead for Grace Christian's girls here, and they have the ball looking for more against this Burlington School team. 9-8 this season. 2-0 in league play, though, against the 18-1 Crusaders. English heading to the rim as she sized up Flores there. 3 on the way outside, back rim no good. English the offensive board. It'll stay with Grace Christian. It'll be Lola Venori inbounding to Jackson. Jackson from the corner, straight away, triple Cooper Cox. Front rim rattles around down into the hands of English. She can't stick it back. Loose ball fought for, and it stays with the Crusaders. They feed English again from the block. She carves out space, puts it up and in. KJ English 4 straight to start this one.
That's a lot of paint touches for English early. That's exactly what Grace Christian wants. A couple of offensive boards as well.
Definitely staking her claim down there in the block. Again, you're not going to find many post players in the state of North Carolina as decorated, as talented, and as accomplished as English. Luter now corner Jackson, fires up a 3, gets it to go. Kennedy Jackson triple. Quickly 7-0 Grace.
Jackson
That pressure there in the corner is going to force a jump ball.
TBS keeps throwing it to the corner. It's exactly what Grace wants them to do. Jackson, a very experienced, smart player. She's picked off or got her hand on a few of those return passes already. And she gets her hand on this one as well.
A steal for Grace from the elbow. Venori shot off the mark. Jackson to English. English charging into the rim. Gets it off the glass and in. Give English 6 points right away and a timeout by the Burlington School. KJ English, few in the state as good as she is. Again, prior to this game, honored for her 1,000th career point. That was achieved last Friday night in the Crusaders' victory. Since then, they've had some marquee victories. Last Saturday, defeating Terry Sanford. But this is just such a well-oiled machine. This program continues to churn out talent, top-level coaching. One of the interesting things we'll get to later in this broadcast is 2 years ago when they won the state championship back in 2024, 2 of those players have already won NCAA national championships as freshmen. This program's so decorated, and it breeds and welcomes in talent like a KJ English there, wanting to be a part of this program. She has 6 right away for Grace. 9-0 Crusaders. TBS just trying to get the ball across half court, and they will with Russell as she gets it across the time stripe. They try to go down low to Alexia Flores, but the pass from Nariah Booth off the mark, and it's going to head back in the direction of Grace Christian.
Yeah, they beat the press there. You have to kind of settle, get into your offense, but hurry that throw.
And that's that goal of that pressure is, hey, even if you get across half court for a guard like Russell, who is the primary ball handler for this Spartans team, kind of wearing her down, making her work, and even if they do get it across the time stripe, you got to earn it. As they go corner here, 3 on the way by Coco Davis. No good. Into the hands of Jackson. Jackson puts it up and in. 5 for Kennedy Jackson now. It's now an 11-0 start for Grace. There's Russell trapped again in that corner, trying to get out of it. Bounces it off the foot of Davis, and it'll stay with TBS.
I think Russell is saying, please stop throwing it over here in the corner.
It's one of those things where she almost needs to kind of banana cut towards the free throw line and get it kind of moving up court instead of being trapped in one of those corners. She does just that, met by Jackson. More pressure from the Crusaders as Russell dribbles and finds Kennedy Harrelson. She'll settle and she'll bring it across half court here. Down 11-0, 5-10 first quarter. Watching the high school OT feature game tonight presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Girls basketball action between TBS and Grace. Loose ball fought for on the ground. Jackson scoops and here comes Cox. Beautiful pass ahead. Venori off the glass and in. Layla Venori, the transition bucket, but you get to see some of that court vision by Cooper Cox.
Yeah, Cooper Cox already with power 4, power 5, I guess, in basketball offers. And that was last year when she was a freshman. Great court vision. Her and Kennedy Jackson actually played last year at Wesleyan Christian. They were the NCISA 4A runner-up.
Marie Poirot now into the game for Grace Christian. As you get a look at Nariah Booth dribbling it up court for TBS. Works to her left, hands off Russell. Russell, another 1,000-point scorer on the floor. She's going to Houghton University. There's Harrelson. They'll play catch. Russell peering into the defense. To the wing now. Jocelyn Tyler. Tyler to Harrelson. Puts her head down to the rim. Off the glass. No good. Loose ball. Fought for. Corralled by English. Here comes Grace. It'll be English pushing herself.
Yeah, she can do that. She can bring it up herself. Just also hasn't shown it yet, but she's a really good passer as well.
Davis now down low to Poirot. Outside Venori. Venori steps through the defense. Draws the foul. Foul going to go against Alexia Flores. And it'll send Lola Venori to the line. Another one of those players who was really good last year in the Triad region of North Carolina, and now really fits in well with this Grace Christian team.
Yeah, she was All-State honorable mention for us, high school OT, last year at Page. And with her and Cooper Cox on the court, you have basically two point guards who can do a little bit of everything. Cox obviously takes that team role as a point guard. On any other team in the state, Venori would be the person running the show, however.
Second free throw up and off. It's a 14-0 lead here as we are halfway into the first quarter. 4 minutes have passed. 3:59 to be exact here. It'll be TBS with the ball right in front of your screen here in the gray. They go to the corner now for Tyler. She's pressured by English. Doubled now. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans.
TBS, the last possession, they kind of attack the rim, and they have to keep doing that if they want to kind of hang around on this one.
Russell dribbles out of the post, steps back, long shot three on the way. It is good. That's going to be a triple for Cameron Russell. And the Burlington School on the board now, 14-3. This Spartan team winners of 3 straight entering tonight. Only one loss in the new year. That came back on January 9th, a 7-point loss to Caldwell Academy as English draws the foul there, working in the post. Her post moves, J. Mike, are so efficient.
Yeah, she knows exactly what she's doing. Sometimes you have players with size, but they don't have a move they can put to with memory. She's got a number of those.
Here's Cox from the corner. Her three no good. They jostle for the rebound, and they're going to say it stays with the Crusaders.
One thing you'll notice with Grace is they always have somebody in the corner. It's the modern basketball, but they have people who knock down those shots, so they're going to put one person at each corner, even on the inbounds. You're tempted to leave them open because of what KJ English can do in the post. You're tempted to sag off.
Down row, Poirot. Beautiful find there. You mentioned KJ English, great passer. She connects there with Marie Poirot, and it's now a 16-3 lead for Grace.
Yeah, I always think it's such an advantage when you have a post player that can dot up the other post player. An extra weapon.
English, the defensive rebound. She's going to push herself. Finds Cox on the wing, down low, Poirot. Can't get that one to go. Rebound Tyler. TBS is going to try to get out in transition. Russell with Davis hot on her tail. Long two by Tyler's good. 16-5 here, 2:48 first quarter. Lola Venori quick, pulling in transition for three, won't go. Davis tracks down the offensive board. They swing it quickly. Cox, her three, front rim and off. English right there and off the glass. KJ English wipes the glass clean there, 18-5.
We mentioned she's a double-double machine. She might try to get that in the first quarter here.
Loose ball, stolen Cox. One-hand pass ahead. Easy layup off the glass for Venori. 25 here to start. This is what Grace does.
Yeah, they feast off turnovers, and they feast off just pressuring you into mistakes. Should be noted, TBS, not a bad team.
No, not at all. 9-8 this year as Venori. Another steal, another layup. Give her 7 points and give Grace a 22-5 lead. But that's the thing. They do this to everybody.
Just think about how many times the Spartans have struggled to get it more than 2 feet past midcourt. That's how high Grace Christian is pressuring, and they do it again here.
Good job by Harrelson there to evade Davis. Her shot off the mark. Defensive rebound scrambled for. English gets it, pushes it ahead, and the Crusaders have numbers. Great job by Marie Poirot to run the floor. Coco Davis finds her, and we have a timeout on the floor. We will take one as well. It is a quick 24-5 lead here in the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken Game of the Week.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Welcome back to the high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Evan Moesta and J. Mike Blake here live from Grace Christian School in Sanford, North Carolina. The #1 ranked Crusaders holding a 24-5 lead here late in the first quarter against the Burlington School. It's Grace there in the white. You see Coco Davis with the ball as Coach Danielle Sullivan has reached into her bench here now with a 19-point lead. Marie Poirot, who has given them some good minutes off the bench, misses there, and Kennedy Harrelson will push left to right for the Spartans. To play the way Grace does, they do need this depth. As they turn to the bench here, Flores on the wing, settles, guarded by Poirot, now over to Harrelson. Harrelson, one-on-one with Davis. Possibly looking for a ball screen there, hedging on it is Kennedy Davis, 11 in white. Harrelson has her pocket picked. It's Coco Davis the other way. Her first basket will roll in and out. Her first shot rolls up and out. Rebound down to Russell. Can TBS get some points in transition? Harrelson trying to step through, and they're going to call her for too many steps.
Davis on that steal, I know she missed the layup on the other side, but she was waiting for that spin move because Harrelson had just tried it a couple seconds before, just being an alert defender. I think there's an opportunity for TBS to go as quick as possible to the basket, but easier said than done.
That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's 24-5 Grace here in this one, the top-ranked Crusaders. Again, we mentioned one of the best basketball teams in the state of North Carolina over the last half a decade. This Grace Christian program, 4 straight state championships, J. Mike. The intriguing part of this is those 4 have come at 3 different levels, 3 different classifications, I guess, of the NCISA. They first won it as a 1A program. The next year they win it as a 2A program. And then the last 2 seasons, they have taken home the 3A crown, and it looks like they're in prime position to potentially win a 5th straight state championship.
Yeah, and I've got news for you. If they would probably win it in the 4A level as well, and this association is really, the school sizes are very negligible. There is Cannon School in 4A, and that's really, to me, the competition if you're talking about the best overall independent school. But within their classification, you've got Concord Academy, and you've got Gaston Christian. And after that, there's a steep drop-off of teams that can even compete for a half with this team.
Yeah, since 2021, 2022, this program 131-9. Tomorrow, J. Mike, January 24th, actually represents 3 years to the day from Grace's last loss to an association school in the state of North Carolina. They operate here in the second quarter. It's a 24-5 lead for Grace as they feed the elbow there. Luter fouled on the play.
What an off year that must have been, right? Rebuilding at its finest. You lost the game to an in-state school.
Still went on to win a state championship. Did so with the likes of Sarah Strong, who's now at UConn. One of the top girls basketball players in the country, a national champion who ended her career all too decorated at Grace.
Yeah, honestly, one of the best ever come through North Carolina. Her dad, Danny Strong, an assistant coach on the bench for Grace.
7:33 second quarter here. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. They have 19 locations across the state of North Carolina, including one right around the corner here in Sanford. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, experience their legendary flavor and their hometown pride. Download their app, get a free entree, or book some of their catering, Alpaca feeding all 4 of the teams that you're going to see on tonight's broadcast. We'd also like to thank the Mebane location for helping take care of the Burlington School today with their pregame meals. Visit alpacachicken.com to learn more. 7:17 second quarter. That hot start for Grace is held here as Russell gets it into the wing. Tyler trying to work one-on-one with Luter. Good pressure there. They swing to the wing. Harrelson to the rim, off glass and in. Good take by Kennedy Harrelson.
I think she's at her best when she does that. And sometimes it's hard with the initial pressure, but sometimes the only way to beat a team that's overplaying is just try to go around them.
Kennedy Jackson, she started red hot. Now she opens the second quarter with a triple from the wing. 8 points for Jackson. Russell now, that ball off her hand. It's going to stay with the Burlington School.
After a basket, you just got to get back and mark up as quickly as you can, because you leave somebody open, a shooter like that, you're going to pay for it in no time.
Zoe Reynolds, pressured by Jackson, flings it over to Booth. Nariah Booth, hand off to Russell. She's having to work for every inch tonight, and she's fouled there on the way up. It's going to be 2 shots for the Burlington School point guard.
I was just about to say, Grace is overplaying her, denying her the ball, which obviously kind of cuts the head off the snake if you're talking about the attack that Burlington School wants to do. That time they do get it to her. Good things happen. She gets to the line. But if she has to put that much effort into just getting to the line, that's a good thing for Grace.
Again, we mentioned Cameron Russell, the leading scorer here for the Burlington School. She had her 1,000th point last Friday night for the Spartans. Committed to Houghton University. Had to deal with some injuries throughout her career, still finishing with 1,000 points. Had a great career as well over at Williams High School in Burlington. As TBS forces a turnover, you see Zoe Reynolds here. Can't hold onto the ball, loose ball rolling out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with TBS, as Kennedy Davis had the defensive pressure there for Grace.
It'd be interesting how many seconds the ref has in his mind they need to get it across half court. I think they changed possession.
Russell, ball screen from Harrelson. Now guarded closely by Jenna Andrew. Here's a screen from Tyler. She flips it over. Tyler pressured by Olivia Luter. Now they trap off of it. Loose ball, Harrelson to the elbow. Charges in off the window, won't go. Rebound down to Andrew. Andrew now tries to go cross court with the pass. Beautiful touch pass from Jackson. Could not connect there. Loose ball and a foul. The quick touch pass there from Kennedy Jackson to Piper Overman.
And just great ball movement in general. And with the exception of Jackson and Luter, you're looking at 3 reserves out there who whipping the ball around.
Foul goes against Kennedy Harrelson. Looks like she got the wind kind of knocked out of her there as they collided. It'll send Olivia Luter to the free throw line. 5:43 second quarter, 27-7. A healthy lead here on homecoming night at Grace Christian School as Luter's first shot up and in. J. Mike, this community here at Grace Christian, obviously they're now a 3A program in the NCISA, but by no stretch one of the bigger private schools in the state of North Carolina. But gosh, they have a ton of community support as Kennedy Jackson buries her 3rd 3 of the night. She now has a team high 11.
Yeah, it's been tough. I think imagine it'd be tough to have a community feel when you've grown so fast, so quickly. But stepping on campus here, it's, you know, you have like daycare and kindergarten, like K through 12, and it actually helps kind of bring that family feel.
And this Sanford community, very passionate about their high school sports. Obviously, tons of support from the community. You see it here, just packed to the brim here inside Torgerson Jim as they work down low. That's TBS missing the shot. Rebound down to Overman. And Andrew will push across half court, but some of the best facilities in the state of North Carolina, some of the top coaches in the state of North Carolina, and the success has followed. In the lane, Luter spits it outside. Long three on the way. Davis can't get it to fall. TBS is fighting for that rebound. Can Booth bring it down? She cannot. Ball's going to stay with Grace. And we're going to get Cooper Cox and KJ English back into the game for the Crusaders.
And it's really been a recent push here at Grace. I mean, I grew up probably 15, 20 minutes away from here, and this was just a tiny school attached to a church with a graveyard in the front. And only in like recent years, everything kind of started happening. And I do think Sarah Strong coming here kind of jump-started, in a way, some of that. All of a sudden, it wasn't just good for a tiny school. It was good on any scale.
Russell tries this three, won't go. Loose ball in the paint. Cox smothers it, and she'll just push it coast to coast. Cooper Cox to the rim, lays it up and in. Her first basket of the game. It's 33-7 now, as we're now under 4:10 left in the second quarter. And you can just see kind of how exhausted these Burlington School players are. Booth tries a really long three there, won't go, and the rebound down to Davis.
Hard not to be frustrated for Burlington School. I know they're capable of more than this.
Cox and English play catch. That three won't go. Loose ball.
Everything just a little hurried for the Spartans. And the NCISA 2A competition is a lot more, I guess it's a lot more parity. You mentioned they lost to Caldwell Academy. That was last year's state runner-up. Rocky Mount Academy is the defending state champ. They've had a few losses early this year. That one's a lot more wide open than Grace being in 3A.
Grace unable to connect there on a pass. Turnover, can it turn into points for TBS? Shot by Harrelson, no good. Andrew the rebound. Nice move to evade Russell. She steps into the lane, puts it up. They're gonna call a blocking foul there on Jocelyn Tyler.
These guards know they can look up, see if there's numbers. And at worst, you're gonna go to the line.
2 fouls now on Tyler. Jenna Andrew at the line, her first free throw up and no good. (33-7), 3:22 second quarter here. Second shot up and in. Lola Venori now into the game. Crusaders 3 for 6 at the free throw line here in the first half. As we have 3:17 and counting left, you see Cameron Russell there in the gray one. Working on Venori. Hand off. Can't get that exchange to go, and it just trickles off of her hand and out of bounds. These turnovers have just buried the Burlington School so far tonight.
It's a factor of how hurried Grace has made them over the course of this game that now you're starting to have some unforced errors as well.
Venori to the wing. Cooper Cox surveys the defense. Now it's Coco Davis. Plays catch with Cox. They find English down in the paint, and she goes to work for two. Easy pickings for English there. That's where she makes her money. 36-7 now. Harrelson just blows by the defense, lays it up and in.
I think that's kind of what they wanted to do in the last possession there, except with Russell handling it.
Skip pass, deflects off the hands of Russell. Wide open in the post as the TBS defense shifted is English. She puts it up and in. She now leads the Crusaders with 12.
Good awareness by Venori to see that open up. Waste no time with a one-handed pass.
Venori closely guarding Russell. She's trying to carve out whatever space she can. Quickly, Venori works over the screen and has a hand right up in her face. There is a lane to the rim. Tyler takes it, but she's blocked on the way up. They're actually going to call that a foul on Marie Poirot. It'll send Jocelyn Tyler to the free throw line. Her first shot up and in. This Grace Christian team, ranked as the #1 team in high school OT's statewide top 25 poll. They've been up there for the better part of the last couple of years. It's hard to remember a time where they weren't the #1 team in North Carolina, and there are very few teams that can even challenge the Crusaders at any level. This is Davis now. Powers her way to the rim, misses, rebound. Poirot tries to stick it up, and she draws the foul. So offensive board there for Poirot, and she'll go to the line. And you say that foul's against Harrelson. That's her second.
I believe I know the exact last time they were not #1. I think it was December 2023. It was like Cannon School, I believe, and then they took a few losses over that winter break. Grace moved up in January of 24.
They really haven't looked back.
They have not looked back at all.
They're in that top 1% of teams in the state of North Carolina. There are a few names that you can keep in the same sentence as a Grace Christian. The only programs that really come to mind are a Lake Norman or a Cherokee.
Yep.
Here's Cox with the steal. She'll take it up, an easy layup there.
And that's why we have Cherokee ranked #2 and Lake Norman ranked #3.
But really after then, like it not to say there's a drop-off, but it's just that those teams are that elite.
Yep. There's certainly some tiers to this. Cherokee really impressive because of how small that school is.
Russell from the corner. The exchange from Harrelson won't go. Venori battling past Harrelson, and now Grace has numbers. Beautiful pass ahead for Poirot. Can't get it to go. English second chance. That one's off the rim. Into the hands of Alexia Flores.
She's going to wish she had that one back.
Reynolds has to stop. Almost dragged her pivot foot there. Russell into the block for Tyler. The long length of Poirot disturbs that shot. Rebound down to Cox. One of those patented full court one-handed passes. Finds English. They skip. Now it's across the court for English, who whips it right back to Cox. To the corner, Venori, her three on the way. Good. Beautiful basketball there. It's a 44-10 lead now. In a nutshell, J. Mike, that is why they are as elite as they are.
Yeah, they know where each other is going to be on the court, too. Started with KJ English catching it, throwing it to the corner, even though at that time Venori wasn't in the corner yet. And then every other pass was in the same vein of just knowing this is where this person's supposed to be.
Russell flings one up from three, won't go. Loose ball fought for, and as Alexia Flores tried to corral it, she moved her leg over the end line there. It's going to be out of bounds with 12.1 left as Grace makes one final push. It's quickly ahead to Cox, to the rim, off the glass and in. Beautiful time and score there by Cooper Cox. 3 seconds left. Russell cross half court, and that'll send us to the half with the score. Grace Christian 46 and the Burlington School 10. We're going to take a quick break here on the High School OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. When we come back, we will bring you second half action, scores, and a second half that will feature a running clock. Again, you're watching the High School OT Game of the Week.
Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth. Teens bounce back fast, and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week on highschoolot.com.
Get the Triangle Sports Leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions. Like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Welcome back to Sanford, North Carolina, and the high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, live here from Grace Christian School, where the #1 ranked Crusaders girls basketball team is all over the Burlington School tonight. 46-10 at halftime. Here are your scoring totals at the break. First for the Burlington School, Cameron Russell with 3 points, Jocelyn Tyler with 3, and then Kennedy Harrelson has 4 for the Spartans. 3 players in double figures already for the Crusaders, led by KJ English, 12 points. Kennedy Jackson has 11, and Lola Venori has 10. Cooper Cox, she's added 6 points, and Marie Poirot has added 5. Olivia Luter and Jenna Andrew each have 1 point in this one. 46-10, again, your halftime score here. We like to thank our sponsor, Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Visit one of their 19 locations across the state of North Carolina. Experience their legendary flavor, their hometown pride, and visit one of their newest locations. They've opened up down in Rayford, North Carolina, and Holly Springs. The Mebane and Wilson locations also brand new within the last year. So visit alpacachicken.com, find a location near you, download their app, and experience their hometown charcoal chicken, hometown flavor. Some upcoming broadcasts. We have some really good ones coming your way here on High School OT. Upcoming games here in the feature game of the week include next Tuesday, weather pending. All of these are subject to change. Obviously, a lot of storms on the horizon here in North Carolina over the weekend, so that could affect how our schedule is, but as of right now, we will bring you on Tuesday night another doubleheader. This one will be from Chapel Hill High School, where the Tigers in girls and boys basketball are hosting Southern Durham. Southern Durham has a top 25 girls and boys team, and obviously the Southern boys team state runner-ups a year ago, top contenders in 7A. Talking about some state title contenders, a doubleheader the next week will head down to the coast in Wilmington, North Carolina at Hoggard High School, one of the state's top rivalries as the Vikings host New Hanover. The boys team at Hoggard just beat New Hanover for the first time in several years. Last Friday night, they will meet again on February 6th. Hoggard's girls basketball team regional runner-ups the last 2 years, and New Hanover state runner-ups in boys basketball the last 2 years as well. But we're back here at Grace Christian, about to begin the second half of play for the Burlington School, the top-ranked team in the state of North Carolina, and they are led by first-year head coach Danielle Sullivan. Sullivan, her first year at Grace, they're 18-1 this year, but she is no stranger to success in the state of North Carolina and in the 919 area code. 3 years ago, taking home a 4A state title at Panther Creek High School in the highest classification of the NCHSAA. We talk about that Lake Norman team and how it's one of those top-tier programs along with Grace in the state of North Carolina. That is the team Panther Creek beat a couple years ago with Sullivan. But a great fit here, J. Mike, as we bring you back in for the second half of action at Grace Christian. It feels like the rich got richer being able to add a head coach like Danielle Sullivan.
Yeah, absolutely. And before, it's not the state championship that made her
No,
great
not at
coach.
all.
She had done great things at St. Paul's, and then she got to Panther Creek, and everyone knew year in, year out, Panther Creek was one of the best coached teams in the old 4A, and that championship was like a breakthrough for them. And then against the Lake Norman team that at the time had a lot of freshmen, and those freshmen, one of those freshmen is still playing, and the sophomores kind of went out last year as seniors with the championship. So all that to say, that was a really good Lake Norman team they beat in that title, because those were the centerpieces of last year's title.
English and Russell trade steals here to open up the third quarter. Russell shot no good. Cox brings down the rebound, flips to half court. Beautiful touch pass ahead and a basket for Olivia Luter to start the third quarter. Again, this second half is going to be played with a running clock. There's a 36-point lead at the break. Russell exchanges with Harrelson. They work it up top. Nariah Booth.
Kind of a 1-2-2 zone here.
Russell, her three on the way, short. into the hands of Jackson.
She's just not looked comfortable in this game. Credit to Grace Christian for that.
They've worn her down tonight as Cox finds Venori. Now it's Jackson. 3 on the way is good. Kennedy Jackson. 14 points for Jackson. It's a 51-10 lead now.
She's been so efficient for them tonight. Again, last year, and kind of an X factor on a really good Wesleyan Christian team. She kind of has the same role here. Here we're going to focus on KJ English. They're going to focus on Cooper Cox. And
Tyler now to the wing. Booth to the corner, Russell. TBS looking to get on the board here in the second half. They swing it to the wing. Russell 3 on the way. No good. Side rimming off. Rebound corralled by Luter. Cox, the baseball pass. Almost right into the hands of the baseball coach. A very good baseball program here at Grace Christian.
Hey, she would have got the runner out at home on that one.
Yeah, no doubt. TBS now works it right to left here, up 51-10. We're under 6 minutes here in the third quarter. Booth up top for Russell. Now back to the wing, they exchange. They try to hit the high post. Can't do that. English intercepts the pass to Flores. Venori steps through. Can't get that one to go. Cox tries to fight for the steal, but Harrelson will settle, and TBS pushes across the time strike. The Burlington School in the gray uniforms, red numerals. They're moving from right to left here as that shot is blocked by Luter. And Grace Christian in the white pushes quickly in transition. Cox stops, starts, finds English. The trailer 3 is good. KJ English from the wing. 54-10. I think we have a timeout here for substitution as English and Venori will exit. We get Jenna Andrew and Marie Poirot back into the game. A 54-10 here, 5:05 third quarter. After this one, we'll have a break, some homecoming festivities here as well at Grace Christian. When we come back, we're going to bring you the boys game, an exciting one, the number 12 ranked Burlington School boys going up against Grace Christian, who has a lot of young talent on that team. Russell there, guarded by Andrew. Booth, they're just trying to shift this Grace Christian defense and find a window to shoot. It's been really tough for the Spartans tonight. Flores in the corner. Harrelson up top, Russell. They work it quickly. And they're just trying to get some movement in that defense. Nariah Booth tries to get down to Jocelyn Tyler in the post, and that pass out of bounds.
Perimeter ball movement was working, but just no entry pass available. Last time down, they tried to go high post. That time, they're really trying to set up something low post, but very hard to do against KJ or against Poirot.
Poirot now in the block. Can't get that one to go. Good defense by Flores. Russell now puts on the brakes. Guarded by Jackson. Up top, Tyler. 2 dribbles to her right, and the trap comes. Finds Harrelson. Working to her left. She had some success in the first half getting to the rim there from that left elbow. She has it now. Peering into the eyes of the defense. Russell really wants to shoot it, just not a ton of room. And another turnover here as Harrelson and Booth cannot connect. Wholesale changes for Grace Christian. Venori, English, Kennedy Davis, Coco Davis into the game along with Piper Overman. So a fresh 5 for the Crusaders as there's 3:18 and counting left here in the third quarter. 44-point lead.
So 2 starters, 3 reserves for Grace.
Coco Davis, corner triple, back rimming off into the hands of Booth. Fights out of some pressure there. At midcourt, it's Flores, and now they settle with Russell. Russell on English, a mismatch here. Venori comes, hedges over, now it's Harrelson. To the free throw line, out to Tyler. Russell, guarded by Kennedy Davis, and now Grace settles back into their defense from the volleyball line. Russell off the side of the backboard. Coco Davis ahead. Venori up and in.
Venori is a player who you love to have as a coach because she's always looking for the fast break. She sees the missed shot. She knows
so hard to account for her.
She's obviously going to get behind the shooter, who's kind of looking at the shot. Maybe I need to follow the shot. And she likes to get these leak outs, which helps your easy baskets. Always something any coach wants.
Flores here, outside Harrelson, deep three. Off the window into the hands of Tyler, who hits the deck, and it's going to be a travel.
These shots are getting out of the camera angle there. They're really high off the backboard. And again, I think
it shows how small the window is to get up a shot.
They're frustrated. I could kind of sense this was going to happen. Like, they get frustrated because they have so many empty possessions without a shot. Then you start forcing ones that you're not comfortable taking.
Beautiful find there from English. Kennedy Davis can't get the layup to go. 90 seconds left in the third quarter. You're watching the high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, and it feels like every time down court, the Burlington School this quarter has had to turn the ball over.
These minutes now for Grace Christian, you saw the kind of the missed floater, trying to use these as a learning opportunity to get them a little bit better going into postseason time, make sure everything's functioning right. Last year, that title game, Nori takes a three. Concord Academy played them very tough in a title game after it was a blowout in the regular season. So even though they've won 4 straight titles, you got to be ready for people's best shot come February.
They had Concord Academy earlier this year, November 21st. That one as English sticks that one back up and in. Another bucket for KJ English. Give her 17 tonight, but right here in this gym back in November, Concord Academy paid a visit. It was a blowout. It was 60-25. Highlights and story from that one you can find on highschoolot.com. As Booth 3 falls in, a triple for Nariah Booth. But as J. Mike mentioned, a lot can change from November 21st to now.
Yep, they proved it last year, so that's a cautionary tale you can learn from. Make sure you're ready for anything.
Russell to the block. Flores working on English, gets it up and in. Alexia Flores, first bucket of the game. That's 5 straight to end the quarter for the Burlington School. 58-14, Grace leads it as we head to the fourth. We're going to take a break. You're watching the High School OT feature broadcast presented by Alpaca.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week on highschoolot.com.
Get the Triangle Sports Leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions. Like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Welcome back to Grace Christian School here in Sanford, North Carolina, the Torgerson Gymnasium. The spot here as the fourth quarter is underway in the high school OT feature game. The first of 2 tonight. Girls basketball action as top-ranked Grace Christian has a 58-14 lead over the Burlington School. Eva Moesta here alongside J. Mike Blake, bringing you all of the action. It has been all Crusaders tonight. 58-14 the score in this one. KJ English with 17 points, Kennedy Jackson with 14 points, and Lola Venori with 12. That has been the difference in this one as TBS steals away an inbound pass. They have scored the last 4 points of this game as Jocelyn Tyler chucks up a 3 and gets it to go.
Nice looking shot there.
Tyler has 5. That leads the Spartans as Cooper Cox now goes down low. Nice cut by Kennedy Jackson, and she gets to the roll.
Can't say enough about just the IQ of Kennedy Jackson, always in the right place at the right time, and that's not luck. That's just being a smart basketball player.
in the corner. Nariah Booth over to Kennedy Harrelson. Now to the wing, Cameron Russell, the leading scorer for the Burlington School, only 3 points in this one. Tyler from the free throw line, can't get it to go. Rebound Jackson, and she shows that she can push as well. Here's Cox, slings it across court. Andrew, down low, Poirot tries to hand off Cox. Now it's Jackson straight away. Into the corner, Jenna Andrew navigates her way in. Beautiful dump off for Poirot, and the offensive rebound is into the hands of Olivia Luter, but she takes a step out of bounds.
That finishing touch just is misfired a few times for Poirot. Obviously has Division I size. He's got to get it a little bit better around the rim. But it is intimidating to have on the defensive end for sure.
One of the things about this Grace Christian team, obviously the top-ranked team in the state amongst association schools, but it's not just that this team is good right now. J-Mike, this team only has one senior, and it's Kennedy Jackson.
Kind of crazy to think about.
I mean, you go across the roster, you've got Luter's a sophomore, Venori's a sophomore, Cooper Cox is a freshman, Coco Davis and Kennedy Davis, both sophomores, KJ English a sophomore. This thing's built to last as Cox has it bounce off of her leg and out of bounds, but yeah, this Grace Christian team is not going to slow down anytime soon.
We've talked about some of these girls came in this year as transfers, but they lost significant transfers as well. We haven't even mentioned Jordan Speller, who was a first-team All-State player 2 years in a row, going to Montverde Academy.
Who Grace, by the way, beat this year out at the Cherokee Invitational.
Yeah, that was Montverde is essentially a prep school, sports-themed prep school. So,
yeah, Grace isn't graduating your run-of-the-mill players.
Right.
Tyler there from the free throw line gets the jumper in the friendly bounce. She now has 7 at 60 to 19. Right down the lane, Luter, offensive rebound, Poirot, and she will head to the free throw line.
It took 4 quarters, but I think Burlington School has finally given themselves permission to relax a little bit on offense. And these jumpers have looked good. They've looked composed. Obviously too little too late, but something to maybe build on. You're talking about the Independent Schools Athletic Association. Every classification is somewhere in the ballpark of 18 to 28 schools. It's not it's not like the public schools where you're going up against another 60 or so schools. So you kind of know who you need to beat on a much more finer level. Get ready for that.
3 games in 4 days coming up next week for the Burlington School. It starts with a trip to Orange to play the Panthers. Then they have a home game against a rivalry game in conference against Burlington Christian. And then on January 3rd or 31st, they play Butler, who's put together a good season in the NCHSA. They close out with games against Chatham Hall and Carolina Friends in 2 weeks. But again, this Burlington School team, 9 and 8 entering this one. As English gets a big block on Harrelson and swats the second opportunity away as well.
I think that would have been a kill in volleyball the way that made that sound.
Booth, the long 3, no good. Overman and English secure it for Grace. Here's Venori up top, Coco Davis. Now into the corner, Kennedy Davis. Right down low, English can't get that one to roll in.
She would probably have 30 points tonight if some of these would just be a little bit more kind to her on the rim.
She makes up for it with the steal, tries to find Overman down low. She's bumped from behind, but Venori flies in and draws the foul.
Venori so good at attacking the rim. She doesn't do it every time. She sizes up what she's got. She gets rewarded with a trip to the line. The other 3 players in the court right now for Grace haven't scored, and they've had some chances. And again, this is what these minutes are about, trying to get the butterflies out of their stomach. So if relied on later this year or into next year, they perform even better.
Venori's first shot up and good. Running clock here under 3 minutes now, 63-19. Make it 64 and make it 14 points for Venori. 3rd on the team in scoring in this one. 17 for English, 16 for Jackson. But this Grace Christian team, 3 more games in the regular season before they embark on their postseason adventure. A steal for Kennedy Davis here. She'll push in transition left to right. Tries to put it up, and she's fouled. Taking a look at that Grace Christian schedule to close out the year. 3 really good games forthcoming for the Crusaders. Next Saturday, they travel down to Providence Day. That's a big NCISA matchup. Then they return here to Torgerson Gym on February 3rd against TPLS Christian. That is a big national prep school that's going to be paying visit here. And then they close out the year on February 5th at Overhills, which regionally is a very intriguing matchup as well.
Yeah, they're going right down 87 into Harnett County. And you don't get a regional matchup like this too often between public and private schools, but that's going to benefit both schools. The Providence Day game fascinates me. I was able to see Providence Day earlier this year. They lost to Marvin Ridge. I think that was their only in-state loss. They will, as the jumper there is good, they'll make you really have to work on defense. They're very methodical in ball movement, so that'll be a good test and a contrast of styles that they'll have to face.
A Providence Day program that has been to several state championships in their time as Russell connects on her first 3 of the night. What does that say about the work of Grace Christian's defense that it takes her until the final 70 seconds of the game to secure her first 3?
It says a lot. I mean, they had the scouting report ready that they need to make sure she doesn't touch the ball that much.
Kennedy Davis maneuvering in, can't get the layup to go. Reynolds to the rebound for Burlington School. And we're into the final 40 seconds. Russell is going to pull it back out. Now fire up a corner 3. Back iron into the hands of Tyler. Works around Overman. Tries to get it up over Poirot. And it's pulled down. Coco Davis ahead to her sister Kennedy. But can't get the handle on it. 66-22 here as the final 20 seconds of this game will roll on out. This will move Grace Christian's record to 19-1. Reynolds here with under 10 seconds. Now Tyler on the wing. Fires up one last shot. It's into the hands of Poirot. And that is your final score. Grace Christian School 66. The Burlington School 21. Leading scorers in this one, KJ English 16, KJ English 17, Kennedy Jackson 16, 14 for Lola Venori, 7 for Poirot, 6 for Cooper Cox, 3 for Olivia Luter, 2 for Coco Davis, and 1 point for Jenna Andrew. On the Burlington School side, Jocelyn Tyler led the way with 7 points, 6 for Cameron Russell, 4 for Kennedy Harrelson, 3 for Nariah Booth, and 2 for Alexia Flores. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we will have the boys basketball matchup. It's the number 12 ranked Burlington School facing off against Grace Christian. You're watching a high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken.
Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth: teens bounce back fast and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week on highschoolot.com.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work. made the right decisions, like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org. Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth: teens bounce back fast and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week on highschoolot.com.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions, like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Welcome back to Grace Christian School here in Sanford, North Carolina, the second half of tonight's doubleheader as part of the high school OT feature games presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Evan Moesta here alongside J. Mike Blake, ready for some boys basketball action in the NCISAA as the number 12 ranked Burlington School Spartans go on the road and take on the Grace Christian School Crusaders. Your starting lineup first for the visiting Burlington School Spartans. TBS enters this game with a record of 14-8 under head coach George Marshall. No Garen Holmes tonight for the Spartans. Holmes is the star, 3-star recruit for TBS. It'll be Kamari Nicholson, a big imposing forward to watch for, along with Karan Watlington, Julian Lowe, and Drew Johnson, who are some superb three-point shooters, and Asante Phillip rounds out the starting five for TBS. They will be going up against Grace Christian, the home team in tonight's game. Their starting lineup is going to be Mez Coppage, along with Grant Jakes, Derek Stokes, Caleb Ellis, and freshman Caden Cole. We'll get more about Cole later in this broadcast. He is one of the top freshmen in the entire state of North Carolina. Grace Christian, led by head coach Troy Smith. And they enter tonight's game with a record of 15-7. An excellent NCISA battle here, Jay Mike. What can we expect out of this one? Obviously, the Burlington School without its best player, but loaded with plenty of talent.
Yeah, I think that opens the door a little bit for what Grace can do tonight. Grace, I think, needs a signature win. The NCISA playoffs, doesn't matter if you're 3A like Grace or 2A like Burlington School, it's tough to get to playoff time, but you want some signature wins so you start feeling a little bit better about yourself going into the postseason. And the postseason is sneaking up on us. It's only a few weeks away.
Yeah, this Grace Christian School team, as you see them get introduced here at Torgeson Gym, they've been knocking on the door in some close games so far this year. Only a 9-point loss to Trinity Christian School out of Fayetteville, a 4-point loss to Rollsville, a 9-point loss to Concord Academy, and a 20-point loss to Greensboro Day School early in this year.
Yeah, and losing to Greensboro Day by 20 is nothing to hang your head about. So that's the #1 team in the state according to our rankings. Those are good results and hanging with good competition. So again, the door is open tonight when Burlington School is missing their best player. But as you know, basketball, sometimes it's not about who has the best player, it's about who has that strongest fifth guy, the weakest link, which one's the strong weak link. The depth, that is what matters. And Burlington School, for years, has had really, really good depth. And we'll get a chance to see it tested here tonight.
Grace Christian, they're in the white uniforms, the forest green numerals, the black trim. Grace Christian across the front of the jerseys, moving from right to left on your screen. The Burlington School, they are in their road black uniforms, white numerals, red trim, Spartans labeled across the chest. Moving from left to right, it'll be the freshman Caden Cole jumping off against Kamari Nicholson here to get this one underway. Homecoming basketball in Sanford as the ball is in the air, tipped and pulled down by Stokes of Grace Christian. We are underway. This broadcast presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. You see Mez Coppage there with the ball. Over to the wing, it's Cole, now to Jakes. They work it up top, Stokes. Stokes driving in outside Jakes. Thought about a three, they pull it back out. Coppage will look over to Coach Troy Smith, and they'll reset the deck here. Caleb Ellis. Now over to the wing, it's Stokes. They find Cole, goes to work around low, scores it! Caden Cole gets the offense going for the Crusaders. Works through the trees for a 2-0 lead.
Cole is a freshman, but you would not know it just kind of looking at the size. It's a good frame. He's athletic and more agile than most people of that size. You see it going to work right immediately.
Drew Johnson outside for a straightaway triple. Karan Watlington can't get it to fall. Here comes Grace Coppage, guarded closely by Johnson. Cole will set him a ball screen. They lob it up. Cole off the glass, ripped down by Nicholson.
Nice little pick and roll, just didn't get the execution there.
Can't give Lowe much room to shoot. That three's up and no good. Rebound down to Cole. Coppage now as they run the offense. Jakes to Stokes. Cutting is Coppage, but now they give up top Ellis. Jakes can let it fly. That three's good. Grant Jakes from downtown, 5-0, Grace Christian. 2 minutes into this one. And this crowd is lively early on.
Yeah, if you're Burlington School, you know that Grace is going to come out with this kind of start, just with the crowd, the adrenaline, and an illegal screen here.
They're going to say that illegal screen is against Kamari Nicholson. Packed house here, homecoming at Grace Christian. A full student section. And not much room to pack in and watch this one. Ellis now with a 5-0 lead. It's Coppage working on Lowe. Coppage into lane. Draws the foul. It'll go against Julian Lowe. Tons of experience on this Burlington School side. Lowe and Johnson in their fifth year for the Spartans. Started their careers both at Jordan High School in Durham. Ellis got the inbound, and they say on the way up he was fouled. Are they going to say it's on the floor? No, they're actually going to say out of bounds is going to be Burlington School ball. I thought for a second there the way Ellis kind of...
Well, I think it is actually Grace ball.
It is going to be Grace ball, okay. It's out of bounds, Grace ball.
A lot of confusion.
Yeah, the inbounder is going to be Derek Stokes. Tries to get down low to Cole, but it's off the back leg of Johnson and corralled by Nicholson. Johnson, full head of steam to the rim, lays it up and in. First basket of the day for Fayetteville State's newest commit.
Excellent end-to-end speed there.
Jakes, the other way in transition, can't get the triple to drop. Rebound pulled down by Watlington. They try to find Nicholson ahead. Medj Coppage read it the whole way. Here he comes, trying to pull up. Good defense there. Asante Phillip getting a hand in for the deflection, but the ball will stay with Grace Christian.
You see Burlington School, they like to run. Even if it's a defensive board 90 feet away from the basket, that doesn't mean it's not a transition opportunity for them. It's going to stay with Grace here.
5:15 left, first quarter. You're watching a high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. That ball rattles out of bounds off of Jakes. It'll go back to TBS. Watlington driving baseline, handing off Nicholson off the glass and in. First bucket of the day for Kamari Nicholson. It's a 5-4 game here, 3 minutes into the first. Grace methodical with her offense here. Backdoor cut, Ellis right to the rim, beautiful.
Yeah, heard that being called out from the Grace sideline. They knew they could have it there. TBS overplaying a little bit. Sure enough, easy layup.
Beautiful action there from the Crusaders, 7-4. Watlington is guarded closely by Stokes. Pulls up at the elbow, drops it in. Karan Watlington, his first of the game.
He's a guy with a very high ceiling as well. And the Spartans are pretty excited about what he can be doing in the future.
Coppage here. Over to Ellis, now outside Cole. Guarded by that long, lanky wingspan of Nicholson.
That's certainly a matchup to watch as Cole and going against him here and loses the handle.
Coppage maneuvers left, fades away, can't drop it in. Ellis now all over the offensive glass. He's the glue that helps keep this team together. Now it's Stokes over to Jakes. And he finds a cutting Coppage. Spin move in the lane, blocked by Nicholson. but they're going to say it's a foul. That's 2 on Nicholson. And it'll send Mez Coppage to the free throw line for Grace.
Yeah, there goes
7 first.
There goes a great rim protector for TBS.
That can definitely open up things for Cole, but you can see like Nicholson can kind of sit back a little bit closer when Cole's on the outside. He can play more towards the paint and towards the elbow because he has that wingspan. He can almost guard 2 at one time. Coppage first shot up and no good.
He's going to have to come out, so it'll be interesting what matchup arises now. Braden Mims going to have to take on the role of
Braden Miles in for the Burlington School, along with Nate Jones for Grace Christian. Coppage second free throw up and good. 3.5 minutes left here, first quarter, 8-6 Grace Christian. You're watching the high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Evan Moesta here alongside J. Mike Blake. Karan Watlington stops, starts, and can't get that one to fall. Rebound, Caden Cole. Here's Coppage, full head of steam, hits the brakes hard. Now he maneuvers in, tries to find Cole. They have that size mismatch. Cole puts it up and in. So Nicholson out of the game, just like J. Mike said, they go right to Cole and get 2 more, 10-6.
Almost found him a little too late, but he was able to still come away with the ball and a good finish. Grace defensively has looked really good in this first quarter.
.235 first. Coppage with the ball now. Spins in the lane. Good job by Johnson there, digging down, getting the deflection and the steal for Asante Phillip. Now it's Johnson, the left-handed 3, good.
Wow.
That's what Drew Johnson does. 5 points now for the senior, and it's back to a 1-point game at 10-9. We're going to take a quick break here on the high school OT feature game.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle Sports Leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Back here at Grace Christian School, Sanford, North Carolina, NCISA basketball live on high school OT. It is the Crusaders of Grace Christian with a 10-9 lead over the Burlington School. Tonight's broadcast presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Visit alpacachicken.com, view one of their 19 locations around North Carolina, including the one right up the corner from here in Sanford. Caden Cole, he has 6 points, 4 of them coming with one of Burlington School's best players, Kamari Nicholson, on the bench in foul trouble.
He does such a good job just rolling to the basket, making himself available. He's catching the ball in really good spots.
Julian Lowe tries to get to the rim. Right there is Caleb Ellis. He does all of the little things for Grace Christian, and they get the ball back as he takes the charge. The two-sport star.
He's got his hand on a few passes, and that's what I meant by Grace having a good defensive first quarter. It's those little things that are stacking up, which is why they have this lead.
We talk about Grace Christian's girls basketball program, their 4 straight state championships, and how they're probably primed for a 5th, but also the Grace Christian baseball program, one of the tops in North Carolina, and they're anchored by Ellis. He's a really good infielder, really good pitcher too. He's closed out some big-time games, but he's a two-sport star here at Grace Christian, playing really well early on. To the lane, up and in, Nate Jones.
What a tough finish that was.
Johnson, quick three on the way, front iron off. They tip it down and put it up and in. That's Stormore Charleston with the putback. Good job there, active hands by Braden Miles to keep that possession alive, and Charleston was left unaccounted for around the rim. 14-11 as we venture into the final minute here of the first quarter. Cole now to Jax. With the ball, Jones, and up top to Ellis. They swing it over to Cole. One-on-one with Miles. Tries to take him to the rim. Left-hand layup, no good, but he draws a foul. Good job by Caden Cole.
Getting him isolated there, and the freshman not backing down from any challenge so far.
Grace into the bonus here. 43.8 seconds left in the first. Cole's first free throw up and good.
I'm interested in how Burlington School will continue to adjust who they're going to on offense. Without Jaron Holmes, it's obviously going to be somebody else has to step up. That's a lot of shots per game, and you feel confident about Holmes taking a lot of shots per game. But who's going to emerge over these next three quarters for the Spartans?
No Holmes tonight. He's the three-star recruit for the Burlington School, and Jamari Nicholson quickly on the bench in foul trouble. Johnson now gets it down low, blocked by Cole. Charleston thought about pump faking, putting it up and in. Cole comes from behind with the rejection.
My goodness, that was volleyball swatted out of bounds to the corner.
25.3 left here in the first.
A little bit harder to swat a ball out of bounds to the corner than it is on the baseline.
Karan Watlington now taking orders from head coach George Marshall and finding Braden Miles. Now it's Johnson off the screen for three.
Excellent set. They knew Grace was in man. They had something they could go with and get Johnson the ball.
One last hope for Grace. Tipped away by Charleston. Johnson's half-court heave, no good. But the Burlington School within two as we head to the end of the first quarter. It's 16-14, Grace Christian. You're watching High School OT's feature broadcast.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week on highschoolot.com.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions. Like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Back here at Grace Christian School, you see Caden Cole there. He leads all scorers through one quarter. Grace Christian with a 16-14 lead against the Burlington School as the second quarter is underway. Caden Cole, one of the top freshmen in the state of North Carolina. He has 8 points so far, half of the points for Grace in this one. Drew Johnson, he has 8 as well. Stops and starts from 3, and the foul's going to go against Cole.
Yeah, you have to guard Johnson that way. He hit one from the volleyball line, which is only about a half a foot away from the logo. Logo 3 sounds better, though.
Yeah, Johnson's such a quick trigger, and it's been that way for his entire high school career. You see it there. It's off the mark. Watlington tries to stick it back, but he can't. Rebound goes down to Cole. 4 boards for Cole so far in this one. Nate Jones. Plays catch with Mez Coppage. Now Juice Butler. And they find Cole, dumps it down Ellis. Pumps and puts it up. Good defense there by Braden Miles, but Ellis, he's relentless.
That's the competitor.
Watlington now in the corner, one-on-one with Cole. Does he like the matchup he has? He'll spit it out Johnson at the volleyball line. Now over to Phillip, hop step in the lane, puts it up, blocked by Ellis.
You've mentioned how he's had big moments in baseball games. It may feel like a different world, baseball and basketball sometimes, but if you're used to those pressure situations, you can also compete against a really good team like Burlington School.
Asante Phillip with the ball. Now swings it to Karan Watlington. Guarded one-on-one by Coppage, gets a ball screen from Stormore Traustason. Stepping through, having it rattle off of his hand, but then off the hand of Nate Jones. It'll be out of bounds. Ball stays with the Burlington School. 6:35 second quarter.
I like the help defense that Grace has had all night. Right there, just poking the ball away, not letting him drive to the rim.
Johnson spins off of Butler. Now Miles swings to Phillip. Phillip outside Watlington. Coppage guards him closely. Great defense by Grace. They're all over Phillip at the logo, and a back tip there by Jones. It'll stay with the Spartans.
Not to open up a can of worms, but if there were a shot clock, it would be pretty low right now.
Juice Butler there deflecting away the shot by Johnson. Butler to the rim, puts it up and in. An athletic layup in transition for Juice Butler. 2014 Grace Christian. They have all the momentum, it feels like. Traustason now to Watlington. Guarded by Jones. Great defense there by Jones, not backing down. Watlington drags the pivot foot, but they're going to say it's a foul on Jones. We're going to get Julian Lowe back into the game. 5:46 second quarter. You're watching the high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Homecoming basketball here in Sanford, North Carolina. Julian Lowe on your screen finds Asante Phillip. Quick handoff to Drew Johnson, fights to the rim, blocked by Ellis. Caleb Ellis with the deflection. And now it's Mez Coppage trying to drive baseline, cut off by Phillip. Now Jones up top. Coppage relocates, gets this one on the wing. Methodically gets to the rim. Cole, the follow won't go. Johnson now. Leaves it off for the trailer Low. He navigates down the baseline, loses the handle into the hands of Coppage. 5:10 left here in the second quarter. It's a 2014 lead for Grace Christian.
If I'm Burlington School, now that Lowe's back in the game, try to get him more involved.
Timeout Grace Christian here as the Burlington School trails 20-14. This Burlington School program, J-Mike, for the last decade has been really dominant in terms of high-level talent. It's really taken off in the last 5 or 6 years, per se. This Burlington School program, every year since 2013-14, has 19 or more wins in a season. That lowest total of 19 was last year at 19. They were the state runner-up, though, last year in NCISA.
They play a loaded schedule, and they've done that since, before George Marshall took over. He came from Henderson Collegiate. That's a charter school that was the state runner-up in the Athletic Association's 1A level. It was Ryan Bernardi as the head coach of Burlington School, and the scheduling philosophy has remained the same. They're going to load up with out-of-state teams. They're going to load up with anybody and everybody they can match up with, and then kind of let the chips fall where they may, not worry about having the prettiest overall record, but just worry about getting prepared for that state title run.
all about developing to get to that run. They've won 4 state championships in the last decade, and they enter tonight's game on a 4-game win streak. But again, Garen Holmes, their leading scorer, their top recruit, not available tonight. We do see Kamari Nicholson back into the game, the first time we've seen him since he picked up his second foul early in the first quarter. Coppage working on Phillip. You can see with the left hand, Phillip reached around.
Maybe I'm just bad luck for Holmes. I was at the game last year when he broke his wrist right in front of me.
Holmes was at Garner last year, where he started his career.
And I really thought he would miss a lot of significant time maybe in this season, but he was playing with Burlington School this summer.
Weak side stick back bucket, guess who? Caleb Ellis. He's been the right man at the right time all night long for Grace.
There's so much energy that he plays the game.
Nicholson, skip pass low, triple, contested, and it won't go. Coppage leaps high and pulls down the rebound. He'll push coast to coast. Stops at the free throw line. Butler has his 3 blocked, but it falls into the hands of Cole. Ellis just battling around there like a bull in a china shop. Obviously not the biggest guy in the post, but that foul's gonna go against Julian Lowe. That's 3 fouls now on Julian Lowe. So Nicholson and Lowe, the second and third leading scorers, or excuse me, top 5 scorers on the team after Holmes. Johnson in that mix as well, in some foul trouble. Blocked there by Nicholson on Cole.
That shows you what they were missing all those minutes that he had to be out of the game with foul trouble.
Watlington maneuvers to the rim. Can't score it over Ellis. Coppage has Low backpedaling. He has to watch out. He has to guard without fouling. But another follow bucket for Caleb Ellis on the weak side. He has 8.
They're going to have to get a body on him and box out because he has got a nose for the basketball coming on the offensive glass.
It's so easy to leave him unaccounted for when you have the size of Cole and the athleticism of guys like Butler and Coppage, but he's been the one making all the plays tonight.
Meanwhile, Burlington School, I don't know if they've had an offensive board outside of the first minute of the game or so. Any second chance points have come on the Grace Christian side.
It's now a 10-point lead for the Crusaders, 24-14, with 3:20 left in the second. On the wing, Nate Jones to the rim, draws the foul. They're gonna peg that foul on Watlington. But this Grace Christian team entering tonight, a 15-7 record. TBS a 14-8 record. And a technical foul now assessed to the Burlington School bench.
It wasn't George Marshall, it was one of the assistant coaches getting teed up. And what Marshall is probably complaining, I can kind of hear a little bit of it, is that was so quick. He got the warning. There was maybe one more sentence exchange, and then came the tech right after.
Now a real opportunity for Grace Christian to open up this lead. It's at 10. They have 2 free throws forthcoming on the foul, and then they'll have the technical shots.
I don't think it's an exaggeration that if Grace were to knock off Burlington School tonight, it would be the biggest win to date for this school in boys basketball. All the other sports we've mentioned, they've had a little bit more run of success. It's just harder to win in independent school boys basketball than any other sport. And so they haven't had a state title contender at 1A or 2A or 3A in this sport like they have maybe in even soccer.
Recently, the program did have a nice run of conference titles in men's basketball. 2021, 2022, 2023. But before then, it was 14 years back to 2007. And look at that swing. Nate Jones hits all 4 free throws. It pushes the lead to 14. 28-14 with 3:11 left, and the Crusaders get the ball back.
And quite the opportunity for the Crusaders here in the Brick City. Not too many bricks going up tonight, though.
Fresh into the game, Carter Cummings, 44 there with the ball for Grace Christian. cutting Ellis. Now they find Jakes. Jakes straight away to Cummings now. Guarded by Nicholson as they give Cole a breather. Inside Butler, outside now Cummings. Jakes swings it to Coppage. He goes one-to-one on Watlington. Pulls up, can't drop it in. Oh, Ellis almost got the rebound over Nicholson, but instead TBS pushes in transition. Watlington. Nicholson seals his man. Doubled now. They get it up top, Phillip. Now it's Johnson. He maneuvers into the lane, floats it up. Nicholson wanted the lob for the dunk. It's off the mark, but it'll go back in the direction of the Spartans as the pitch ahead ricocheted off the hands of Jakes and out of bounds. 2:20 left here in the half. At the half, we'll hear a word from our partners at Alpaca Chicken and Talk It Out NC. We'll come back. Some homecoming festivities will also happen here at Grace Christian. And we'll have scoring totals for you as Braden Miles buries a much-needed 3 for the Burlington School, and the Spartans will call timeout. 2:02 left here in the second quarter. Head coach Troy Smith, his team has a 28-17 lead. Smith, another coach in his first couple of years with this program. Obviously starred at J.H. Rose High School out in Greenville. A two-sport star, played at East Carolina University as well. And had a little bit of a tenure in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles. But when you look at the staff, we talked about this a little bit in the girls' game. Just the culture that's being built here at Grace Christian by the athletic director, Ricky Young. You have the Danielle Sullivans, the Troy Smiths, the Rob Wootens in this athletic department. It's going to be hard to find many programs in North Carolina that are able to develop and coach kids the way they can here with the Crusaders.
And on the eastern half of the state, as far as the Independent Schools Association, they're kind of one of one.
Yep. You think of a Providence Day, a Charlotte Christian when you think about some of those programs, and here's Grace carving out their identity. Caleb Ellis, backdoor for 2. Beautiful find by Carter Cummings.
Just so well disciplined.
Beautiful play out of the timeout there. Watlington now. Miles will set him a ball screen. He'll refuse it. Pull up for 3. That one off the back iron into the hands of Juice Butler.
Right now the ball's not really moving when it gets to Watlington. He's a one-on-one type of player, but I think in the best interest of getting the best shot with the shooters out there, it's going to have to think about pass first maybe in some of these looks.
Cummings skips corner. Jakes has to save it. It's ahead to Watlington now, and a layup for 2.
Boy, Asante Phillip has really brought it tonight on the defensive end, playing the role of a stopper. It's probably his second or third steal at least.
Big defensive possession here for the Burlington School. Jakes 3, no good. They fight for the loose ball. Ellis comes down with it. Ripped away by Miles, but another foul.
Another hustle play that's going to be rewarded. Caleb Ellis, man. He went up against 3 other players, and he's the one who comes down with it. And honestly,
Caleb Ellis here. 36 seconds left in the first half. 30-19 the score. But if you could have gotten that stop as the Burlington School, you could have cut it down to single digits. Ellis' first shot off, no good. But he leads all scorers with 10. Drew Johnson, J-Mike, no points here in the second quarter after going for 8 in the first.
That's been big. Again, I just think they're kind of out of sorts. Foul trouble took them out of sorts as well. Johnson and Lowe, I mean, it's as simple as this. I know basketball is so much more intricate, but you just need your best guys to take the most shots.
A 16-5 quarter so far for Grace Christian. Ellis can't get either free throw to fall. And we're into the final 30 seconds. Feels like you need some points here if you're the Burlington School. They get the look they want. It's Johnson from the corner wide open, but he can't get the 3 to fall.
That was a good look.
Coach Smith puts his hand up. He wants Coppage to slow down here, hold for the last shot with 11 seconds left. Now down to 7. Coppage guarded by Johnson. Comes off of a Cummins ball screen. Pulls up for 3. Won't go, and the time expires. But a great first half for Grace Christian, a 30-19 lead over the Burlington School. And we're going to stick right here as another technical foul has been called. And now this, I think, is against Grace, potentially.
Do we assess that now, or do we just do the free throws in the second half? That would be my question, because both teams are heading into the locker room.
So they're going to do it after the halftime break. And that technical foul will be on Caleb Ellis. So something was said as they headed off to the locker room.
Didn't need to do anything there. He may have been upset about a foul on the next to last possession, but didn't really need to mess with that at all.
So we're going to take a quick break here. You're watching the high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. When we come back, some homecoming festivities here at Grace Christian School in Sanford. Ev Moesta here alongside J. Mike Blake. We thank you for tuning in so far tonight.
Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth: teens bounce back fast and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week on highschoolot.com.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions, like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
notify facility personnel. Sportsmanship is of utmost importance, and everyone should enjoy the contest in a fun and healthy environment. Thank you for your cooperation. More music is coming up here on Game Time. This is Game Time. Grace Christian School. Go Crusaders.
Welcome back to Grace Christian School here in Sanford. You're watching High School OT's feature broadcast presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Evan Moesta here and J. Mike Blake ready to bring you the second half of a great one in the boys matchup. It is the number 12 Burlington School Spartans down at the half, 30-19 against Grace Christian. Let's go over the scoring totals from the first half. Drew Johnson led the way for the Spartans. He had 8 points. All 8 came in the first half of play. The first quarter of play. Karan Watlington has 4, Braden Miles has 3, Kamari Nicholson and Stormore Troustison have 2 each. Julian Lowe and Kamari Nicholson, they've combined for 2 points and 5 fouls so far tonight. And obviously the Burlington School without the services of Garen Holmes, their leading scorer. And then on the Grace Christian side, Caleb Ellis, he's been the story. 10 points so far. Caden Cole has 8. 6 for Nate Jones off the bench. Grant Jakes has a 3 in this one. Juice Butler has 2, and Mez Coppage has 1 point. Coming up, we have a lot of broadcasts over the next couple of weeks to close out the basketball regular season. These are all weather pending, obviously. We hope you're at home, staying safe, staying warm over this weekend. But on Tuesday, the high school OT feature game will move over to Chapel Hill High School, where the Tigers in girls and boys basketball takes on Southern Durham. And then 2 weeks from now, we have New Hanover at Hoggard, the big-time rivalry down at the coast. tune into all these featured games presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Again, Burlington School, they're going to get 2 free throws here to start the second half because there was a technical foul issued to Caleb Ellis at the conclusion of the second quarter. But this Burlington School team, J. Mike, they need an offensive jolt because right now they don't have Garen Holmes, their leading scorer. He's a 3-star recruit, a dozen Division I offers. And some of the guys right behind him, the Julian Lowe's, the Kamari Nicholsons, they really need them to step up in a big way here in this second half as they've only combined for 2 points so far. And you throw Drew Johnson's 8 into the mix, that's only 10 of the 19 points so far in this one for the Burlington School. J. Mike, what's it going to take for them to kind of turn the corner and make that run that they need? I feel like it's going to start with these technical free throws right here.
Yeah, not bad to cut into a halftime deficit with no time coming off the clock. So that's obviously a good thing. I believe they get the ball too, right? It's a normal technical situation. So with that, I'm sure there's been some adjustments made at halftime, or not really adjustments, but just reminders like, hey guys, when they're playing you like this is what's open for us.
So what was an 11-point lead at the halftime break has the potential to be a single-digit difference here. Watlington can't get that one to go. The student section here on homecoming at Grace loves it. But it'll be 30-20 as we start the second half of play. It'll be the Burlington School with the ball. They're moving from right to left in the black uniforms. Watlington will be the inbounder, and he'll get it in to Asante Phillip.
So the foul trouble, I think getting Julian Lowe out of the flow of things with early foul trouble probably hurt their offense more than anything else.
They go back door. Oh, they tried to get Lowe on the lob there. That would have been a huge momentum shifter.
Hey, they wasted no time in trying to get him in there. George Marshall smiling.
They go for the back screen and the lob, and it's a little high. But Coach George Marshall and TBS trying to be aggressive here out of the gates, down 30-20. You see Mez Coppage in the white going from left to right. Green numerals, black trim for the Crusaders as Coppage works on Watlington. Navigates into the lane, spins into 2, finds Cole outside. Triple too strong, Low with the rebound. And now Johnson. Bursts ahead in transition, now outside Phillip. Down low, fade away, jumper, won't go. Nicholson tip back, corralled by Cole.
They haven't scored a basket yet, but I already like the way they've tracked down these rebounds on both the offensive and defensive end. That's a clear foul there on Cole.
Most definitely a foul there, yeah, most definitely a foul against Caden Cole.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
2 fouls on Cole now. No question about that one.
But again, I like what they've started off this half. Just got to find that finishing touch here soon.
Johnson. Now to Watlington. Good screen by Nicholson. Watlington to the paint. Floater drops in. The teardrop from Watlington gives them 7. It's down to 8, 30-22.
See how comfortable he is in driving to the basket.
And the more he can keep doing that, the more it opens up Nicholson on the weak side to throw the lob. Nicholson gets the steal. Now it's Johnson, lays it off for Watlington. Tries for the reverse, kicks it out low. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound down to Derek Stokes. Jacks, transition, triple, won't go. Low rips down the rebound. Tons of confidence here for Julian Lowe.
Lowe's a do-everything guy. He helps you on the boards too.
Now it's Watlington, the reverse layup. He has 6 points. And a timeout called by Grace Christian. What a run here out of the break. 5 straight for the Spartans. It's now 30-24 with 6:15 left in the third.
One thing I like on the defensive end, Burlington School putting a little bit more pressure on the ball handlers just to throw them off. Like Grace Christian was really comfortable in the half court
6:03 left here. Third quarter. Mez Coppage at the line for Grace Christian. They have a 30-24 lead over the Burlington School. First shot for Coppage up and good. He's now 2 of 3 at the line tonight. Second free throw can push it back to an 8-point advantage. Watlington, his triple off the mark. Rebound fought for. Cole finally gets a hand on it. Here comes Coppage the other way.
Watlington's young. I think the best thing for him to do in that situation is just reverse the ball, see what else is out there. Point it back, trying to get your feet back under you, a little bit tougher.
Pull-up basket, no good. That shot attempt by Nate Jones. 31-24, Nicholson now with the ball. He has room in the paint. Now he goes to work, and it's swatted off the glass by Cole. Other way, Jones. Left-hand layup, good.
Boy, this guy really likes an off-balance left-handed floater.
Great swing there for the Crusaders. Karan Watlington now. Ball screen from Nicholson. Not great spacing as Johnson misses the three. Coppage straight away, Jones. 4:40 left here, third quarter. It's a 9-point lead for Grace Christian. Caleb Ellis, he had a big first half. Now over to Jax. And Grace circles its offense. Jones tried to bury it down low to Cole, and it goes out of bounds.
That's a good job that time, Burlington School, understanding how they needed to defend. Try to keep Jones from going left, but they get the pick and roll. He gets to go left, then immediately try to make sure you can't throw it back to Cole on the low block.
Up top, Asante Phillip. Good paint touch. Outside, Julian Lowe.
Everything but the shot was how you draw it up.
No points for Lowe so far. 4 minutes left in the third. Burlington School trails by 9. Big steal here for Asante Phillip. Can he finish it on the other end? Yes, he can.
He's just so good. On ball, off ball. Great defender.
First basket of the day for Phillip. Lead down to 7 for Grace Christian.
First basket, but probably his fourth steal.
Coppage swings it. Jones to the elbow. Ellis. Good high post touch. Now outside Coppage. The middle's open. They find Ellis again. Kicks back out Jax. They can get some cutters. Maybe they can get action they want as Nicholson swats that one away.
He didn't have to jump to block that. Right into his hand.
Into the teeth of the defense. Gets it back. Tries to put it up, and Nicholson again. It looked like he had Jax maybe in the corner, but was so focused on kind of keeping his footing there that Nicholson gets another block. You can see how many different ways Nicholson affects the game defensively.
I mean, it's huge. Like, we know what happened when he left the game in the first half. Cole gets 2 easy buckets on the low block.
They find Cole in the low block here, puts it up and in.
Nicholson was not turned to the inbounder, and it did not set him up very well.
Grace Christian's lead back to 9. 3 minutes left here in the third. 35-26, you're watching a high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Chicken. Karan Watlington, he's had a huge third quarter. Give him 11 points. That leads all scores. 35-28 now.
Now they're pushing up, ball pressure again. They're bringing a trap, and they forced a travel there.
Yeah, Coppage, I don't think he knew it. He had the ball high over his head. He took too many steps.
Well, there's been a few other times tonight I thought they could have called something on Coppage specifically, so that time they were looking for it.
Juice Butler into the game for Mez Coppage. 2:42 left. Nicholson going to get a quick breather for the Burlington School. Smaller lineup. You got Lowe at the 5, essentially.
Kind of an extended 2-3 zone. Let's see if they go a high post again.
They try to find middle, Watlington, and it's a foul on Cole. That's now his third.
He's the kind of player you just leave in at this point. 3 fouls.
Watlington kind of flashed up to the middle. And Cole sniffing out the pass, reached in with 2:35 left in the period.
Grace now man-to-man.
Couldn't find a cutter around the rim. Instead, we'll get into a set. Phillip, handoff Watlington, up top Johnson. Good motion here from the Spartans. They hand off low, down the baseline to the rim. Right hand finish, won't go, but he draws the foul.
Gotta love that take. That's how you get Julian Lowe involved. You're not gonna come back if Julian Lowe doesn't get going. It's really that simple.
You could see when he drew that foul, Coach George Marshall on the sideline, really excited. That's kind of, they need that. They need that jolt to try to make the run that they need to get back into this game. No points for Lowe so far tonight. He does have 3 fouls. First shot up and no good.
This is a situation you just need him to see one go in. None so far.
He's such a streaky shooter. He's proven that he can fill it up quickly in his high school career. First year at the Burlington School, spent the rest of his career over at Jordan High School, and both free throws no good with 2:17 left.
Wow, that's between that, missing one of the technical free throws to start off the third quarter, some open doors that they just haven't walked through.
It's been the difference in this one. It could be a couple possession game. Instead, they trail by 7. Ellis, first basket of the second half.
Great cut by Ellis, and Lowe had to be careful not to foul there.
Watlington right down Broadway. Acrobatic layup falls. Karan Watlington, and a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 30-second timeout here. 37-30, 150 left in the third. 12 points for Caleb Ellis. That leads Grace Christian. Karan Watlington has just turned it on here. He has 13 to lead all scorers, J. Mike.
Well, even in the first half, when some of those floaters weren't going down, you could tell this guy is good going one-on-one. He's good at attacking, getting to his spot. Now they're starting to roll in. As good as he's been, though, if I'm Burlington School right now, I'm trying, how can we get Julian Lowe back to his normal self? You're just not going to come back without him. I think Drew Johnson, his cold streak is a little bit different. Like, you just hope it comes back around, but you don't want him to do anything out of rhythm or force anything. You feel like the shots will fall once again for him.
Lowe, Nicholson, and Johnson, 10 points tonight. They all came in the first quarter. And a floater for Juice Butler. Back up to 9.
What a great finish that
Watlington doing
was.
his part, but you just have to find points in other places. And right now, Grace Christian's defense has shut down so many of the Burlington School safety valves as Johnson gets to the rim, and he'll get 2 free throws.
I like the mixing it up there by Johnson. We know what a great three-point shooter he is, but put your head down, get to the free throw line. And shooters, particularly, sometimes get rolling once they see a few free throws go in. Let's see if he can knock these down.
Blocking foul on Grant Jakes. It sends Johnson to the line with 1:27 left in the third. He can't get that one to fall. There's a lid on the rim right now.
Especially at the free throw line. These free throw lines are actually deflating their confidence a little bit.
Stormore Traustason checks in for Lowe.
A smart sub with about a minute and a half left. Don't need another foul picked up here.
Johnson gets the second to fall. 9 points today. It's down to 8 for Grace Christian, 39-31. They've definitely got the pace that they want against this Burlington School offense. Nate Jones now.
He has been really good here in this second half. Yeah, attacking the rim, finishing. I think right now you don't want to extend too far on him, but you do want to try to make Grace Christian hurry here.
He blows by Traustason and turns it over. Other end, Watlington, easy layup for 2.
Such a smooth finish.
And I think that's going to be an injury timeout possibly, yeah. Jones coming up a little lame there. Looked like he was grabbing part of his knee, kind of that high ankle area there as he just kind of maybe landed awkwardly as he blew by Traustason. 49-9 left in the third. 39-33, the Burlington School within 2 possessions for the first time in a long time. Outside Butler, Nicholson blocks his 3. 35 seconds now. Jakes to a cutting Stokes. Meets Nicholson at the rim, can't get it to fall. Ellis blocked by Nicholson, but gets it up. Nicholson rips it down, spins away and finds Watlington. Here's a push with 20 seconds left. Watlington to the rim, can't get it to fall. Traustason, he'll go to the line.
A few things. Burlington School's got to be saying thank you that there were not fouls of the contact there at the rim on Nicholson. And also, thank you for getting that offensive board, getting us back to the line, because that's what the Spartans needed the most.
Great hustle from Nicholson there to get them possession. The most they can do is keep this at a two-possession game, but cutting it down to 4 in the final 20 seconds of the third would be huge. 3 points for Stonewar Traustason. Both free throws will fall. Those are big ones. It's a 4-point game here with 18.3 seconds left. And they'll bring in Asante Phillip in his defense here. Traustason will take a seat with 18-3 left.
It's a smaller lineup for Grace, so that's a good shift there by Burlington School.
39-35. As good as Grace was in the first half, they just haven't found that run like they had in the second quarter to truly keep the separation that they need. It's a credit to what the Burlington School has done building momentum here.
I think there's some blood on the jersey of Ellis, so he'll have to come out.
Patrick Larson now into the game as Ellis will quickly go clean up his uniform. Coppage, met by Quicksher, almost traveled again. Larson almost loses the ball, stolen away now by Miles. Pitch ahead, Johnson puts it up, won't go, rebound, corralled. Good one there by Juice Butler. Jakes, outside Stokes with a second left, got it! Derek Stokes at the horn. A huge bucket for Grace Christian. And the officials are gonna get together. Are they gonna talk about whether that was 2 or 3?
I thought it was a 2 just for the naked eye. Nothing signal yet.
They're gonna call it a 3, I believe. Which
a
makes
great
it
job. A great job that he did just getting to a spot.
42-35 as we head to the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break here.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle Sports Leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Welcome back and buckle up for the fourth quarter. We've got a good one at Grace Christian here. And the Crusaders are heating up from 3. Grant Jakes follows a Derek Stokes 3 at the horn with a triple of his own. What was down to a 4-point game is back up to a 10-point lead for Grace Christian as they're looking to upset the Burlington School here on their homecoming. 45-35, Evan Moesta here alongside J. Mike Blake. Watching the high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. 7:20 left in this fourth quarter, a 10-point lead for Grace. The Burlington School made a nice run late in the third, but could not get past its 4-point deficit. It's now 10 as Grace breaks the pressure. There you see Mez Coppage with the ball. He has 2 points tonight. Derek Stokes, his only basket was a big one to end the third. He plays catch with Coppage. And now it's outside to Juice Butler. Butler with 4 points today. Grant Jakes down the middle, leaves it off for Caleb Ellis, can't put it up, gets his own rebound, tries to stick it back, but it's deflected and blocked by Nicholson.
That must be his fifth block tonight.
Nicholson in transition and a travel.
Wow. With every passing minute, things are going to get a little bit tighter for Burlington School. Grace Christian still playing pretty free on the cusp of what would be arguably their biggest win in school history, at least since they were a much, much smaller school back in the early 2000s.
Caleb Ellis, now in the wing it's Coppage. Ellis now in number 40, the blood jersey. And you see he has that left nostril plugged up. So out of the 32, into the 40. Up top, Jakes. Almost thought about a three. But I think Grace is going to be very methodical here, run through their offense. They've gotten their pace tonight. They lead by 10. Don't want to make any mistakes as there's a foul on Karan Watlington, who has been the lone spark for the Burlington School tonight.
Yeah, Johnson was hot early. It's been cold since. Julian Lowe just has never really gotten going. And really, I think it starts with Holmes not being available tonight and how that shifts everybody's responsibilities.
Drew Johnson in for Kamari Nicholson. Grace struggling to get it in. They throw this one. It looked like Ellis saved it, and it's off the foot of the Burlington School. It'll stay with Grace. A heads-up play there by Caleb Ellis.
Well, I don't even know if he meant to do that or
I don't think he did.
It actually, he was trying to save it, and it just saved it off of Burlington School. Everything kind of going the Crusaders' way right now.
Up top, Derek Stokes, guarded by Julian Lowe. Good one-on-one defense. Here's Jakes. Far side of your screen in the white 15. Finds a cutting Butler, and he's fouled by Watlington.
They have had a few backdoor opportunities tonight. Actually, quite a few, I would say. This is you're starting to see it now. Burlington School was a little bit more comfortable pressing up on the ball handler maybe in the third quarter. But they're not comfortable doing it in a 1 through 5 lineup against what Grace has right now.
First free throw.
That's part of it.
Yeah, first free throw for Butler, no good. 5:43 left here in the fourth quarter. It's a 10-point advantage for Grace Christian, 45-35. Butler's second rattles in. Give him 5 points as Asante Phillip pushes across half court. Watlington at the wing. Spins baseline. Block. Yeah, Ellis couldn't get his feet set. He did have that early charge in the game, but he just kind of shifted late.
Watlington continues to be a spark for them. Quick inbound here.
Johnson down low. Miles fouled. Jacks on the foul. Good action there by the Spartans to get Miles a look.
Yeah, very good coming on the inbounds there.
5.5 left now. Cutting is low to the rim. Reverse layup, no good.
That's one where you think you should have just put it up the normal way.
He tried to put some English on it, have a reverse layup there, and it looked like he had a path, at least from our angle, where it looked like he could have just gone right to the rim there.
Yeah.
Instead, he'll get 2 free throws. 0 for 2 at the line so far tonight is low.
I think the straighter path would have been a little bit better, and honestly, there's not a shot blocker in there for Grace, so you don't have to double pump up and under reverse.
First one's up and good. He breaks through his first point of the night.
Man, if you said the first point of the night would be in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left, I would tell you pretty much everything you need to know about why the score is the way it is.
Both fall for low, and a timeout on the floor.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Five minutes, 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Grace Christian trying to get across the finish line. It's not going to be an easy one to cross, but they do lead by 9 against number 12 ranked the Burlington School. 46-37, we thank you for tuning in here to the high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Mez Coppage there, a big bucket. The lead back to double figures for the Crusaders.
Oh my gosh, how did Watlington throw that in? A no-look over the shoulder finish.
Karan Watlington with what would have been a great horse shot. And we had a timeout taken by Grace Christian here. 4:58 left in the fourth. 48-39 the score. Grace Christian late in the third quarter. This was a 4-point game, and then they made another run like the one that they had in the second.
And now you see the chess match. They come out of the timeout with a full court press. Grace beats it, but the second time they have some trouble with it. So now Grace is going to talk about it, how to beat it best way. We haven't seen a press all game from Burlington School until this last little bit, but the clock is not on their side, so you have to start doing some things like this just to see if you can get a live ball turnover, how valuable that would be to you right now. And that finish by Watlington, again, he was kind of spinning. He has to put it up or else he's going to get called for a travel when that second foot comes down. Over the shoulder, no look, pretty nice. And I wouldn't be surprised if you just feed him and ride him and see how much he can get you back in this game. If you compare it with some stops, you just need stops. And right now, Grace has found whatever little nook and cranny of space they can get to their advantage and using it, backdoor, beating the press. They played a really smart game. And this team beat Southern Wake Academy, a charter school that will compete for the 1A title in the Athletic Association. So They played some good competition this year. We talked about their close losses, but they also have a really good signature win.
Grant Jakes now to Caden Cole, who's fresh into the game, loses the handle, but it stays with Grace. You have to wonder where the Burlington School would be right now had some of those free throws fallen earlier in the game. But with 4:50 left on the clock, you need to get to the rim and try to get some shots without time moving off of the clock. Jakes, the big three! His third of the game, and at 51-39, Lowe tries to answer, can't. Rebound down to Cole.
The fact that Grace has maintained the lead without Cole on the court for this long, and now he comes in really fresh, that's a huge advantage.
Jakes now fouled at half court by Phillip. And these untimed shots, the free throw line. It's not what you want. You don't want Grace, if you're the Burlington School, you don't want Grace taking those shots.
Right, I think, Burlington School, I think the shot by Julian Lowe is okay there because you just got to start letting it fly when you're down, right? Don't hunt for the perfect shot. This is the end of the court that things have to be fine-tuned on because right now Grace has played a really efficient offensive game.
4:25 left. Mez Coppage close to that time stripe. Now he finds Jakes on the wing. Open is Butler in the corner, but they're just trying to milk some clock here and, again, get across that finish line.
The trap, oh, and I think it is a turnover. They're going to get a second opinion.
Officials getting together here, 4:14 left, fourth quarter. It's going to be Grace Christian ball.
The trap has messed with them a little bit. Again, another just different look.
Juice Butler, the inbounder, into the backcourt for Mez Coppage. He's double teamed. Now it's Cole on the wing. Jake's open in the corner. Drew Johnson guards him closely. Jake's to Coppage. Stops, starts, goes down the baseline, throws it up, saved by Jakes. Coppage now in the corner. Grace needing to kind of calm down here against this Burlington School pressure as we're under 4 minutes. Jakes to Cole. The jam won't go. Caden Cole almost put down the exclamation mark. He had nothing but clean air ahead of him.
This place would have exploded instead.
They were ready.
Instead, he airmails the two-hand jam. And as much as the crowd's been into it tonight, that's probably the one thing that could take him out the most here with 3:40 left.
Miles, hands off Johnson. Tried to chuck up a three. Now it's Miles an open look from the wing. That rattles home.
What a great looking shot there by Miles.
That's his second three of the game. It's down to 51-42.
And he knew he'd be open because of the focus on Johnson.
Trouston forces the turnover. Watlington saves it. And it'll be out of bounds. Grace ball, I believe.
Great hustle by Watlington and not a bad place to save it to your basket. So Grace will have to go full court.
I think the impressive thing here about Grace Christian has been this second half, J-Mine, they've been able to sustain this lead, but it hasn't been Ellis and Cole like it was first half. It's been guys like Coppage. It's been guys like Juice Butler, Nate Jones, or even Grant Jakes who's hit some big threes.
Yeah, sometimes it's tougher to defend a team where you don't know who to key in on. And I think in the second half with Cole off the court, you know, who do you try to trap? Who do you send two at off a screen? Really, there's nobody, and that has made them very dangerous in the way they move the ball.
3:09 left. Caleb Ellis is the inbounder there in the white 40 jersey. He gets it into Jakes. As they try to break the Burlington School pressure, can't. Phillip to Watlington, blocked by Cole! And a foul on the floor.
Oh. I really thought there was going to be a foul on the putback. Not the first attempt, that was a clean block, but I thought that Phillip got bumped a little bit.
That's now 4 fouls on Watlington, who has 17 points for the Burlington School with 2:57 left. Ellis now to Jakes. They have numbers across half court. Coppage 2-on-1 takes it to the rim, scores. Mitch Coppage, the left-handed layup. Lead back to 11, 53-42. Time is really running out for the Burlington School. Watlington into the paint, puts it up, won't go. Cole, the rebound. Cole nearing a double-double in this one. He gets it to the wing for Butler, and now Grace really wants to eat some clock. Coppage to Jakes. Ellis in the corner, and the Burlington School needs to foul. Phillip will do so with 2:14 left. And if Grace Christian can hit these free throws, they'll put this one on ice. Two minutes, 14 seconds left. Mez Coppage staring at the rim right now, an 11-point lead in hand. He has 6 points in this game for the Crusaders. Make it 7.
You know, I'm gonna give a lot of credit to Grace Christian, but I think to start off, nothing really felt right for Burlington School from the first quarter, the foul trouble, the adjusting to where everyone's supposed to be without Holmes, and they never really recovered from that.
Both free throws go down, 55-42. Watlington's triple's good.
My gosh.
20 points for Karan Watlington, and it's been allowed 20. 2 minutes left now. Across half-court, Coppage to the rim. What a layup! 8 second-half points for Coppage. The lead remains 12. Jacks the rebound.
Watlington wanted a foul on that one.
Butler fouled going up by Phillip. Is that intentional?
I don't think so.
He grabbed him on the way up.
He got enough of the ball that they're not going to call that one.
That's now the fourth, or that is the fifth, excuse me. So his night ends with 2 points. Julian Lowe back into the game. But you're right, just something was just a little off, it felt. And sometimes you look around when one of your top players isn't in the lineup and you look at the next guy and expect him to step up, and everybody starts looking at the guy next to him, and next thing you know, you have a situation like tonight where Julian Lowe and Kamari Nicholson combined for 4 points.
And 19 points in the first half is just...
It's uncharacteristic.
Very uncharacteristic. This loss will, I think, make Burlington School all the more prepared, because we talked about the independent schools 2A on the girls' side, how it's wide open. The girls' side is wide open because there are no favorites. The boys' side is wide open because there's a whole bunch of teams who are all at about the same level every year, whether it's, right now this year, Greenfield is definitely the headliner, but it's Greenfield, Burlington School, Wayne Country Day, Caldwell Academy. All those teams have just been duking it out this year. Playoff time will be one that Burlington School is definitely going to be competing for.
Watlington can't get that triple to fall. Rebound down to Cole. We're into the final 90 seconds. It's a 12-point lead and a foul on Watlington. That's his fifth. It'll end a 20-point night. And now some tempered flair.
Everyone stay off the court here. And back to your sidelines.
One minute, 31 seconds left. 57-45. Grace Christian leads the Burlington School as
there was an extra shove with Watlington making that foul right next to the Grace bench. An explosive situation that hopefully has been diffused.
But the emotion pouring over, whether it's the emotion on the Grace Christian side, knowing that they're so close to this win, and the emotion of the Burlington School in this one. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring you the final 90 seconds of this one. You're watching High School OT's feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week on highschoolot.com.
Get the Triangle Sports Leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions. Like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth: teens bounce back fast and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, Alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week on highschoolot.com.
Get the Triangle sports leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions, like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Back here at Grace Christian School in Sanford. There's a minute 31 left on the clock, and Grant Jacks is shooting free throws for the Crusaders. His first is up and good, and so is the second, which has pushed the lead to 59-45. He will take 2 more technical free throws. Before the break, there was some tempers flaring here as we go down the stretch. That free throw up and good.
Yeah, the 2 personal because they're in the bonus, and then the technical after that.
Jakes hits them all. 13 for Grant Jakes. He got the party started for Grace Christian with an early 3. Caleb Ellis did a little bit of everything. He has 12. Caden Cole has had a big night, 10 points, nearing 10 boards, several big blocks. And now it's Mez Coppage. He also has 10 points. So 4 in double figures for the Crusaders.
A balanced and efficient night for so many of them. You mentioned Jakes. I mean, I don't know if he's missed but maybe 1 look that he's had tonight. He hasn't shot it a whole lot, but he's made great use of when the play is run for him.
3 threes along with those 4 free throws has Jakes at 13 as Drew Johnson spins that one in. And we'll get a timeout on the floor by the Burlington School. 1:01 left, 61-47, and what will be a very big win for this Grace Christian team.
Grace Christian is a team that we have kind of flirted with the idea of ranking in the 919 area code top 15. They had that nice win over Southern Wake, but we kind of needed they needed a win. It's not necessarily about who did you lose close to, who did you beat. After tonight, they have a great answer to that because Burlington School, with the schedule they played, they've earned their spot in the statewide top 25. Hopefully, Garen Holmes, is back on the court soon. Seeing him this summer at the live period, I mean, he was tearing it up, and the recovery after breaking his wrist was something I never expected to see a player do. So he's a big part of what they hope to do this year, and hopefully he's back for them.
This win will move Grace Christian's record to 16-7. It'll drop the Burlington School down to 14-9. 1 minute left on the clock here. It's a 14-point advantage. Not sure if the Spartans are going to foul or play this straight up. Coppage with the ball. He's put on a show for the homecoming crowd tonight.
I think you just hunt for a turnover if you can, but no fouling.
Jakes is trying to whittle down the final 35 seconds of this one. Coppage puts the bow on top. 12 points.
The old-fashioned jump stop catches people off guard.
63-47, and see if Coppage goes for one more, kicks off of his foot. 11 seconds left.
The Euro step took basketball world by storm, and now playing off 2 feet is the new thing. Coppage did a good job of that tonight.
5 seconds left on the clock. Matt Coppage raises his hands to the sky. It'll be a huge 63-47 win for Grace Christian. The Crusaders protect their home floor and sweep away the Burlington School tonight on the high school OT feature game presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. J-Mike, what 2 great games, 2 drastically different games, but the Crusaders come away 2-0.
Yeah, drastically different. We've seen teams tonight that are going to compete for state titles. Grace Christian girls look like a well-oiled machine at this point of the year. They have so many good players overall, but they also work together really well. On the boys' side tonight, again, a signature win that Grace Christian boys needed for Burlington School. We see that, okay, how do we learn from this? We had to play this game without our best player. What can we do better? Go back to the drawing board, get better. That's what Burlington School has done so well over the years, is taking losses to good teams and turning them into a winning streak down the stretch.
The party's on here in Sanford here. A packed homecoming crowd treated with a big victory by their Crusaders. For Evan Moesta and J. Mike Blake, we thank you for tuning in to tonight's feature broadcast, and we invite you to visit alpacachicken.com. Check out one of their 19 locations across North Carolina. Try their legendary flavor. Experience their hometown pride. Visit alpacachicken.com, download their app, and order catering. But we thank you for joining us tonight here in Sanford. 2 big wins for the Grace Christian School Crusaders. We will be with you, weather pending, on Tuesday night in Chapel Hill as the Tigers tangle with Southern Durham.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and teams across the state.
Get the Triangle Sports Leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.